Welcome everyone. So in this lecture to program for a print star pattern in ascending and descending order, you can see that this star pattern will be print as it is in our program. Okay. So let's check how to program this star pattern. And in the algorithm lecture, you have watched my previous lecture about algorithm of this star pattern where we talk about this, uh, clarify how to resolve this star pattern, and assume that this star pattern is printing as a matrix order where first star is displayed in a row of the first row and the first column, and uh, second places of the two star which is placed at the second row of first and second column both. Okay, and as it is an increment in the uh, row and similar to the increment in the column, so that is the first program to print the star pattern in ascending order. Okay, and after that same star pattern will be printing in the in rotate at the 90 degrees, which means in the descending order. Okay, so there is a last position of this star pattern in the descending order which will be print in the first row of the fourth column. Okay, all the fourth column. So so let's come to our programming IDE, where we use the online Java IDE to for programming. Okay, so in the main method, first we declare a variable n which have the number of rows to start to print the star pattern. There is a we use n equal to 4, means it's a 4 row to print the star pattern. Okay, so next we create a loop for, and well, the first for loop is for the row, so where we create a counter variable I, which is we start from 1. Okay, this is the first this is represent to the first row, and it iterates to the 4 times. Okay, which is n, and simple increment in uh, I plus plus, and inside of this we use once again this for loop for column. Okay, which is represent to by j equal to I. Okay, and why we use I here? Because j equal to 1, and there is a conditional operator between for loop where is the use j less than equal to I. Okay, and simple increment in j. And why we use here j equal to 1 and j less than equal to 1? Because there we come to the our PowerPoint, when selected the first row to print this first star pattern, means in the first row only print the star pattern in first column. Okay, and in the second row I equal to 2 to print the star pattern in first two columns. Okay, so here we j equal to 1 and j equal to 2. Okay, when r equal to 2, and in the next if r equal to 3, so there is a selected third rows and print the star pattern in first 3 all columns. Okay, where r equal to 3, so j also iterate to the 3 times of the to print the star pattern, so selected, and next in r equal to 4, then the star pattern will be print 4 times. Okay, it means it's depend on the row. It's how so column how much time to iterate and print the star pattern, which is depend on the rows number. Okay, so That's why we here use the conditional operator of the column for the column where j less than equal to I. It means if I equal to 1, so it iterates to the conditional less than equal to 1, means it's uh, first time iterate to the one time j and print the star. Okay, system dot out dot print and simple star will be printed. Okay, and oh, okay, and after printing it our cursor to the next line. So for next line next line reach to the cursor, you will use once again system dot out dot print ln. Okay, now run this code and let's see what happens in our code. Okay, so here we go, we got a result star, and but it's 3 times to print this. Okay, why 3 times print this? Because we are some mistake in our rows for loop. Okay, because here the condition is I less than n, so that's why we here only 3 row is printed. Okay, so here we use less than equal to n, it and then runs this code once again. We get a true results, means right result. Okay, so let's see, there is a 4 row and each row have a own numbers of columns. Okay, so means own numbers of stars, that means that is a row number 4, so there is a 4 star pattern is printed. Okay, and that is the row number 3, so star pattern 3 times star pattern is printed. It means that the star pattern is dependent on the rows, and the star pattern basically indicate this the column numbers. Okay, it means column numbers dependent on the rows. So this is a second for loop which represent the column and which is dependent on the our row. So there is a we use the conditional operator j less than equal to I, which is depend on the I. Okay, and ith time it our columns are to be iterated. Okay, so we next see that the descending order to means print the star pattern in descending order. Okay, so where so first row will printed this all the columns of star patterns. Okay, and after that such as rows in incremented in rows and columns will be decrement to print the star pattern. Okay, now comes to our IDE, sorry, Java compiler, and once again for printing this we create a for loop. So let's copy this for loop and simple there printed. Okay, and after printing with some changes in our for loop, because it's the same as the our ascending order for loop, so change here here in the columns greater than equal to I, where decrement in j. Okay, and here j equal to n. It means it prints the print the number of star pattern which is equal to the number of rows. Okay, when selected a first rows. Okay, so let's run this code, let's see what happens. So we get a result. You can see that the first, this is first for star pattern ascending order, and this is last 4 is for descending order. Okay, so our ascending order and descending order program is executed successfully, where we change the sum code between in the for loop of columns. Okay, where in the ascending order j equal to 1, but in the in the descending order of this column j equal to n selected, and conditional operator j is greater than equal to I, whereas in the ascending order of the star pattern j less than equal to I, and but here j greater than equal to I, when here is the increment in j, but in the descending order of this star pattern j decremented in j. And if we want to print all the ascending order of a star pattern and descending order of a star pattern, okay, together, so there we get a result, but there is a 2 times this 4 star pattern is printing for 2 times, okay, but we not need to print this star pattern 2 times. So for this we okay, so our code is successfully executed, where we changes some code in our second for loop for using for descending order, where we iterate this row for number of length minus 1 times, that means I equal to 1 if, and it's a condition we use I less than n, and in the second for loop, which is represent to the column, where we declare the j equal to n minus 1, means we not need to print the first row which have a print to 4 times our star pattern, because it's already printed by this ascending order of code, okay. So we don't need, so that's why here we declare this jth variable equal to n minus 1, and it's using this conditional operator j less than equal to I, because it dependent to the our row, okay, and in decrementing in the jth counter variable, okay, and simply is printing the star pattern using system.out.print, okay. And after that, if column 1 time is the increment, so we need to cursor to reach out the next line, so that's why we use system.out.println, okay, where ln means it's the next line, okay, it's to be a next line. So you know how our code is working, and how the concept behind of this code, okay. And if you don't know, and if you're not able to understand what they're we coding here, so you can watch my previous video on algorithm of the star pattern, and you would be understand how the code is working fine, and how to code for this printing the star pattern, okay. So thank you for watching my video, and that's my YouTube channel Technical Trust. If you like this video, then comment and share. And this is my website where to go and watch many courses available for absolutely free. And okay, thank you.